Hi, this is Rob DeRusso again, and there's a couple things I forgot to mention about DCYF. Mainly that they're sexist. They're all for women, they're anti-male, and they will fight to the death to get abusive mothers, back their children. Now, regarding sexism, I'm not a sexist person by any stretch of imagination. I believe that everybody should have equal rights. Whether you're male or female, you should have equal rights. I don't believe that one person should have more rights than the other. I think, men and women should be treated equal. Now, I think it's either the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence says that all men are created equal. Well, don't you think that should read all men and women are created equal? Now, I mentioned sexism because it exists today, even in a more tolerant society. But we're not 100% tolerant. We're still sexist. Um, there's incredible sexism in the New Hampshire courts. Um, 75% of all mothers get custody of their children, while only 25% of dads do. Now, if that's not sexism, then you tell me what it is, because to me that's sexism. I think a dad or a father should be able to raise their child, just as much as a woman. Now, okay, women give birth. That no question about it. It's a painful process. But you know what? I think, it takes two to make a baby, and I think a dad should have just as much rights as a woman. Okay, you carried it for 9 months, great. But that doesn't give you the exclusive rights to have your child regardless what, especially if you're abusive. Now, here's the thing about sexism, okay? Is I understand that women have been, denied rights in the past, but you know what? That's over with. All right, we live in a different time, and I think I should have just as much rights as a mother. Now, what I'm saying is this, okay? The courts will grant a mother, custody of their children, regardless. The woman could be a crack whore, you know? And the fact of the matter is that okay, yeah, my ex-girlfriend had her kid taken away, had our daughter taken away, but you know what? She got it back because DCYF went about, fighting tooth and nail to get to reunite the child. Now, here's the thing I want us to talk about DCYF here for. Um, Basically, this is legalized kidnapping. Okay, a lot of children are taken from their homes for no reason at all. It's because especially innocent parents who have done nothing wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that DCYF doesn't take children away for legitimate reasons, but for the most part they don't. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Okay, is the fact that they do go after innocent parents, like I said in the previous rant. And if you're a guy, you're pretty much screwed. Like the New Hampshire courts will not treat you fairly. They believe that men are the aggressors, and it's just an old way of thinking. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to be lumped into a category of being an abuser because I don't have any history of abuse or neglect on anybody. So you know, the fact of the matter is that even the judges today, they don't they don't want to they don't want to even like acknowledge dads to what to they don't it's like we're not even heard in court. And the fact of the matter is that that if you try to tell them they're sexist, they just deny it. They're like, "Oh, we're not sexist. We're following the laws." But you know what? Here's a little secret I'm going to tell you guys right now. Not everybody that's a man is abusive. Seriously, we need to stop generalizing. Now, I know, one bad apple shouldn't spoil the bunch, but that's basically what it is you guys are, the state is generalizing. I've never heard in this state of more dads getting custody of their children than mothers. Not in this state, not that I know of. Like, if somebody can come show me a different statistic and prove me otherwise, I welcome it. I challenge you to do that. So, the fact of the matter is DCYF is anti-male. And you know something else about DCYF? They're made up of Democrats. Now, I'm not going to get into a political debate here, but you know what? 95% of the DCYF social workers are female. It's a fact. And after talking to my attorney, who told me that most DCYF workers are Democrats, I immediately switched to being a Republican. I'm now a Republican. I vote Republican. Um, I'm not going to vote for Obama again because I don't think he's doing a good job, but that's going to be a different rant. And the Democrats are all for like big government and sticking their noses into your business, and I just don't think that's right. I don't think any government entity should stick your nose in your business, especially when it comes to raising your child. Now, I'm pretty much writing a book on this whole thing, and it's a two-part book. It's going to be, part one's going to be about my ex-girlfriend and our falling out. Part two is going to be about DCYF. Because you know what, DCYF, I have a score to settle with you. And you know what? I will be heard. And there will be more rants on here about DCYF. Um, wow, this is going to be a really long rant, so I'm going to wrap this up. They're sexist, they're anti-male, and the system needs to change because you know what? The Child Protection Act was drafted back in the 1970s, and it has not changed. They continue to go into court and blackball fathers, and they continue to go in court and do this old way of thinking. Well, you know what? This is the 21st century. Times are changing, and you know what? Soon change is coming, and you guys aren't gonna like it. So this is Rob. Peace out. This is probably my longest rant I've ever done. I'll talk to you later. Bye.